Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Chapple reveals his top pick for Golden Bachelor. Golden Bachelorette winner Chapple is happily in love with Joan Vassos. However, there are several other men who didn't get lucky and find love on the show. Many of them would no doubt love the opportunity to be the next Golden Bachelor. Nobody knows yet which lucky man it will be, but Chock has a few names in mind, including his top pick. Keep reading to find out more. Chapple shares Golden Bachelor thoughts. Golden Bachelorette Joan Vassos and Chapple have been making their media rounds since the big season finale on Wednesday night. Of course, there are a lot of things the happily engaged couple was asked, but one was thoughts on who should be the next lead on the Golden Bachelor. Chapple answered that one. In an interview with Variety, Chock revealed who he really thinks should get the job. He began by saying that he thinks there are about 8 guys who would be great in that role. Chock even mentioned that they weren't trying to dodge the question. He then continued on to say that each of them have a unique personality they would bring to the table. He said, and there was a couple of guys I'd put in contention, but they have already come out that they have significant others now, so you need to take them off. So 8 guys, and I'd put them in a pot and pull the one out, and it could be anyone from Charles Ling to Jordan Heller to Keith Gordon to Dan Romer to Jack Lencioni. Jack would be entertaining, Charles would be loving. However, it seems there is one of those in particular he might be favoring. Chock concluded by saying that at their engagement party, he endorsed Charles Ling for president in 2028. He added, so either he's going to be the Golden Bachelor or he's going to be president in 2028. What are Joan and Chock doing now? On Friday evening, the Golden Bachelorette Joan Vassos and her fiancé Chapple were on a flight to New York. They had already shared in previous interviews that they were going to look for an apartment there. It's happening, and these two are excited to begin their lives together out in public. Right now, there are no wedding plans, but she said she is absolutely going to marry him. After the holidays, they plan on talking about when they are setting the date. The air in the Golden Bachelor universe has been buzzing ever since whispers began about who might lead the next season. Viewers, eager for another dose of late-in-life romance, have been playing armchair casting director for months. But on a sunny Thursday afternoon in Annapolis, Chapple, fiancé of Golden Bachelor breakout Joan Vassos, decided to weigh in, sending shockwaves through Bachelor Nation. He wasn't coy about it either. Sitting at a small waterfront cafe with a steaming cup of black coffee in hand, Chock leaned forward, a grin tugging at the corner of his mouth. I've been thinking about this a lot, he said. If they really want to capture the magic again, the humor, the heart, the genuine spark, there's only one guy who can do it. The man he named, none other than Tom Hargrove, a 67-year-old retired Navy officer from Charleston, South Carolina, who Bachelor fans met briefly during last year's Golden Bachelor. After the final rose, he stole the spotlight in 15 seconds. Chock explained, recalling how Tom had been seated in the audience wearing a perfectly tailored navy blazer, offering quick-witted comments and charming everyone around him. The producers barely showed him, but those of us who caught it knew, this guy's got it. Why Tom? According to Chock, it's all about balance. Jerry Turner, the first Golden Bachelor, set the tone. He was kind, romantic, and a little sentimental. But Tom's got this mix. He's warm, but he's got a playful edge. He reminds me of someone who'd dance with you in the kitchen and then beat you at Scrabble. Chock admitted he'd actually met Tom in person at a charity golf tournament a few months back. We talked for 20 minutes, and by the end, half the women at the event had migrated over just to meet him. He's got that energy that pulls people in without trying. It's rare. Joan's reaction. Of course, everyone wanted to know what Joan thought of Chock's endorsement. She laughed when I told her, Chock said. Joan's met him too, and she agrees he's got that it factor. But she joked that if he becomes the Golden Bachelor, she'll have to warn the women, don't fall for the dimples too fast. Joan, who found her own second chance at love on the show, appreciates the delicate balance a lead must strike, being open to romance while navigating the whirlwind of television cameras, fan speculation, and dozens of hopeful hearts. Tom's steady enough to handle it, she reportedly told Chock, and he won't let fame go to casting philosophy. What makes Chock's pick even more intriguing is that he's developed a bit of a reputation among Bachelor fans for his sharp reads on people. Ever since he appeared alongside Joan on special segments and Instagram lives, viewers have noticed his ability to predict who's there for the right reasons and who's not. When asked how he'd choose a Golden Bachelor if he were in charge, Chock broke it down into 4 qualities. Authenticity. If they're putting on an act, the audience can smell it. You have to be yourself, even if that self is a little quirky. Emotional intelligence. It's not just about attraction. You need to understand the people in front of you and be able to comfort them when things get messy. Playfulness. Laughter keeps the romance alive. You've got to have a little spark and a willingness to be silly. Resilience. This process is intense. You can't fold the first time someone cries or the tabloids take a jab. Tom checks all 4 boxes, Chock concluded. Plus, he makes a mean banana bread, which I think should be an official requirement. Fans react. Within hours of Chock's comments making their way to Bachelor Nation's social media pages, Tom Hargrove's name began trending. Fans dug up old clips from after the final rose and grainy snapshots from the golf event. One post, showing Tom laughing with a group of ladies, racked up thousands of likes with the caption, "Give this man the roses." Others started imagining what a Tom-led season might look like. I can see him now, showing up night 1 in that navy blazer, sipping bourbon, and saying, "All right, ladies, let's have some fun," wrote one fan. Another commented, "If Chock says he's the one, I believe it. That man knows good character when he sees it." Could the producers be listening? While ABC hasn't announced any decisions yet, insiders claim the network is always paying attention to fan chatter, and endorsements from notable figures like Chock don't go unnoticed. Casting is a mix of public opinion, personality testing, and a little bit of gut instinct, one production source shared. When someone like Chock, who's close to the show and knows what it's like behind the scenes, puts a name out there, it's taken seriously. In fact, rumors are swirling that Tom has already had preliminary conversations with casting producers. When reached for comment, he kept things light. "Well, I haven't packed my suitcases just yet," he said with a chuckle. "But it's flattering to know people think I could hand out roses. I just have to make sure my dog approves first." The heart behind the hype. For Chock, it's more than just picking a name. He's passionate about the Golden Bachelor concept and what it represents. "This show proves love doesn't have an expiration date," he said, growing thoughtful. "People my age and older are told, well, you had your shot. But that's not true. Life can surprise you. I'm living proof." Meeting Joan on the show changed everything for him. "I didn't just find love," he said. "I found someone who understands me, challenges me, and makes me want to be the best version of myself. If another man, like Tom, can get that chance, why wouldn't I want to see it happen?" What's next? Until ABC makes an official announcement, the speculation will continue. But one thing is certain. Chapple has thrown his full support behind his choice, and he's not backing down. If Tom gets the call, Chock said, raising his coffee cup, I'll be the first one to toast him. And maybe sneak onto the set with a banana bread delivery. Whether or not his pick becomes reality, Chock's enthusiasm has reignited excitement for the Golden Bachelor brand. Fans are reminded that the heart of the show isn't just about roses and champagne toasts. It's about hope, second chances, and the belief that romance can bloom at any age.